Fed's favorite inflation numbers, of course, all embedded in the August personal income and spending report. On the income side, we're looking at a number that should be in the vicinity up 0.4. The actual number is coming in a bit less, up 0.2 on income. If you go back, June was up 0.2 to find a smaller month-over-month increase. You're going all the way back to October of last year when it was up 0.1. Now, if we look at the spending side, it's closer to expectations, but still on the light side. We're expecting up 0.3. We end up with up 0.2%. That equals where we were in April. You have to go all the way to January, the beginning of the year, to find a smaller number in the form of 0.1. Now, for adjusted for inflation, we'll call it real spending. That comes in smack dab right where expectations were, up 0.1%. The problem is up 0.1 is the lightest since April when it was unchanged. Now we get into the Moneyball numbers. The PCE price index, now this is a month over month, expected to be up 0.1. It is up 0.1. If we look at PCE year over year, expecting 2.3, it comes in light, 2.2. In the rearview mirror was 2.5, 2.2 or 2.5. They all comp to the same point in previous history, and that is, of course, when it was 1.9 in February of 21. So the last several months, that's the comp. We are making progress. It's still not at 2%, but it's certainly getting closer. But do remember, these are the lowest metrics for inflation. Maybe that's why they're the Fed favorite. Now, if we look at the core PCE month over month, comes in 1/10 lighter than expectations, up 0.1%. That equals where we were in May. And if you want to find a lower number, it's all about rounding here, folks. You go to November last year, it was up 0.09. Technically, that rounds out. If you go to November of 20, it was 0.08. To find something that doesn't necessarily round up to that number, you're going back to April of 2020 when it was minus 0.33. These numbers, of course, do get rounded up or down, so it makes it a little more difficult to do the comps. Finally, on number 7, on the core PCE, year over year, expected up 2.7. This one is 1/10 hotter than the rearview mirror, which was 2.6. As a matter of fact, if you look at the last several months, this is going the wrong way. If you look at where we were in June, 2.57. I told you there's rounding issues here. 2.62 was our last look, and now, of course, it's 2.7. So these numbers, maybe core PCE to some might be the most important. Now, very quickly, we'll go through some other numbers on the advanced trade balance for August, and I like to monitor this because it's been a
all-time highs.
Year. You know, in July,
expect a green day. I will come to the comments in a second.
Now it's minus 102.8. That is the biggest negative number going all the way back to May of 22, but we have made progress. This dropped down to minus 94.3. That comes to March when we were at minus 92. Wholesale inventories up 0.2. Real inventories up 0.5%. Both those numbers were as expected. Wow. Becky, back to you.
All right, Rick. Thank you very much. Watching all of those things right now, 377 on the 10-year. Steve Leisman joins us right now with...
Okay, we'll just
your takeaway?
Hear this a second quickly.
You know, there's going to be a time to declare victory on inflation, and this is darn close. Obviously, everybody wants to be a little wary, the idea that it could come back. But
expect a green
I'm
day.
calculating here, Becky, on the fly, so warning about that. Some 3-month annualized
expect an all-time high as well today, 121,000.
On the core, 1.74. We've been below 2 for the last 2 months now. I didn't factor in a revision for July. I don't think there is one. 1.7 on the headline 3-month annualized, and the you're down at 2.3 on the core 6-month annualized. So these are good numbers. This is what the Fed wants to see. This goes along the lines of what the Fed expected, even a little bit better. With inflation under control, I have been...
There we go. Inflation, we're nearly beat. This is exactly what we expected. Expect a green day today. Expect an all-time high today. This is great. Fantastic. Very, very pleased with this. Exactly as anticipated. It's why I'm all in. It's why I'm using margin. And it's come at a perfect time. Our last day of live streaming. This is it. At least until November. Click above my head for all the links. Inflation is beat just about. Expect a great day. Over here for more information, and down here you will see the video for cash is most certainly not king. Go and check it out. I'll see you back live in November. Till next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.